first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
And be careful.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. The small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson. Dyson Daniels is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Porzingis in at the center. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder.
And a moment now to see some numbers for Luka Doncic. Great showing for him last season. He put in about 28 points per, 7 assists, and 8 rebounds. But you look at the rebound totals, and it's a big part of what he does for this team.
Everybody has their strengths. Easy to see that rebounding is his, and he is honed in on it.
Free throw drops for Alexander-Walker. Smart's checked in for Connect. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. In each of his first 7 seasons in the NBA, Coach, DeAndre Ayton has averaged a double-double.
Yeah, Kevin, I think DeAndre Ayton, despite being a former #1 pick, has actually become one of the more underrated big guys in the league. Like, this guy, as you said, is consistent. He gets it done every night, every year, and you can count on him. I like DeAndre Ayton.
Here's Alexander-Walker. Marcus Smart picking up that last basket. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Ayton.
Well, this is why you must force Porzingis farther away. At 7'2", he sometimes forces defenses to compromise inside.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, and when healthy, Porzingis is still a very effective player and an important part to his team's success.
And both free throws good for Porzingis. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Lakers. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Doncic. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Porzingis with a screen on Smart.
With very little pressure on their perimeter shooters, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Luka Doncic talked about wearing purple and gold. He said it's the Lakers. So many past legends, so many championships. You don't come here for anything else. So I have everything left to prove, and that's the goal. I get to play in the greatest club in the world, and I'm excited for this new journey. Back to you, Kevin.
A new beginning. Thank you, Allie. Now, Doncic, after Jalen Johnson missing on the last three-pointer.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
It's stolen by Hachimura. 5-on-3 break. Oh, Ayton in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, always amazing to watch a man Ayton's size fly up there like that.
Atlanta's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Porzingis with a screen on Doncic. Johnson outside. The 3 from Porzingis. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. 14 points for Porzingis.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And here is Doncic following Porzingis' 3 and the foul on Dyson Daniels. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Kennard, he's checked in for the Hawks. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Ayton. Just 5 to shoot. A nice shot by Doncic.
Well, that's now his third triple of the game, first here in this second half.
Here's Risacher. Johnson outside. Now, here's Kennard. Guarded by Smart. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Risacher. Porzingis trying to get free. And Risacher. The bucket on the assist by Porzingis.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Los Angeles calls timeout.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Okongwu's checked in for Johnson. Vanderbilt's checked in for the Lakers. And we've got a moment now to look at the highest scoring teams in the NBA from last season. Number 5, the Hawks.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Back to Doncic. Outside for Smart. Offline with his 3. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Here's Kennard. Here's Okongwu. Lays it up off the glass. Okongwu's now got 8 points.
Yeah, Okongwu has been stepping up his efforts on the offensive glass, and he's rewarded with the second chance bucket.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 17. This one for 3. Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Putting that size to great use. All Ayton has to do is pop up to catch the lob.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Outside, Porzingis. Okongwu with a screen on Vanderbilt. Porzingis can't hit. Lakers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Pass to Vanderbilt. Takes a 3. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 7 rebounds in the game. Porzingis with a screen on Doncic. To the middle. Great pass to set up the lay-in. 16 points for him.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Los Angeles has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Pass to Ayton. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. Porzingis against Ayton. There's the 3. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Monday, they'll be facing LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Wednesday, they'll go up against Jalen Williams and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Back to Okongwu. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Laravia. The shot by Okongwu, no good. The Lakers shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Smart misses. Atlanta's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Kennard for 3. And Los Angeles guys shooting around 40% in the third. Maybe settling for some less than ideal looks out there. The finish flushes it down to finish the break.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Here's Doncic after the basket by Atlanta. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Hawks?
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
And that one falls for Vanderbilt. The Hawks making a switch here. Gaze checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Jackson Hayes, he's checked in on the second. And with all the talk about load management, coach, and player participation, what about getting rid of players fouling out?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of getting rid of players fouling out. I do like the idea, and I think Scott Skiles was the one who brought it up, Kevin, of taking like the offensive fouls and just having that be a turnover, like the illegal screen or a charge, and not charge that as a personal foul, where honestly you end up being punished double.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's got 7. They set the screen. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Reza Shay's got 4 points in the quarter. It's Connect on the wing. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And that's now 6 points for Dalton Connect. Now, Alexander Walker. Down low. Nice shot by James. James has got his first basket of the night.
Well, James has the strength and will to be a solid interior finisher at this level.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Pass to Kennard. There's the triple. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Now, here's Vanderbilt. Smart on the wing. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Let's see some numbers here on Kennard. How he performed last season. Averaged about 9 points a game last year. 3 assists and 3 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, look, it's not about being a stat stuffer. It's about being a guy coaches can count on and an asset to the team as a whole.
Now here's James. Vanderbilt with the screen. And it's James missing. Hayes finds Smart. It's Connect on the wing. And there's the call on Reza Shea. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Team sport.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
The Lakers have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10. The first free throw is good.
And what you love about Bronny James is his defense-first mindset. Whether he's at the point of attack or playing off the ball, he's a disruptor.
He hits both from the stripe. Atlanta's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Stolen by Connect. Fast break, the Lakers. Here's James. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. Here's Krejci. Pass to Kennard. Ball's knocked loose. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Smart. Dyson Daniels checked in for the Hawks.
Number 5, Dyson Daniels.
Los Angeles on D. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters. Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Lakers shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. And Hayes throws it down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Atlanta's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Daniels passes to Kennard. Back to Daniels. Pass to Gay. Just 4 to shoot. And Kennard launches it from deep. Lakers with the rebound. There's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Connect finds James. Vanderbilt gets a wide open look. Off target with his 3. Vanderbilt's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Here's Newell. And he converts the layup. Newell's got 14 points.
Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it. That's exactly what you want him to do there.
And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Now here's Hayes. He's guarded closely. And Smart the bucket on the assist by James. James has got 3 assists in the game. Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Here's Daniels. Goes back up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And while we've got this moment here now, let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. Number 5, the Hawks.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
And he makes the first.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Johnson, he's checked in for Kennard. The Lakers also with a sub. Hachimura is checked in. And so he hits both.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
To the middle. Here's Vanderbilt. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. 41 seconds left to play here in the third. James against Daniels. They set the pick. Right wing. Here's Newell. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got his 8th assist here tonight.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
James outside. Pass to connect. Smart on the wing. And here is Hachimura. Covered by Johnson. Here's Connect. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great passer.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Hachimura is the 4 with Ayton playing the 5. Luka Doncic out there with James. And it's LaRavia in at the 3 spot. Shot clock at 5. James finds Doncic. Misses the 3. Atlanta's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the future is bright. And Kevin, I really like this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent to the mix.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Here's James. Hachimura down low. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Here's Wallace. Pass to Djorcic. Hawks passing it around. Newell. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
And that one's good, Ayton.
Good cleanup there by Ayton, using his reach to get the rebound and finish the job.
Wallace looking for an opening. And stolen by Ayton. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it.
Well, the defense shut that lane down quickly. That's the kind of effort you need to see.
Here's Newell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
And the first one at the line is good. Both good from the line that time. So it's the Lakers now. Now, here's Doncic. Three-pointer. They get it back. Laravia passes to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
See, a guy like Ayton can power.
Watch out.
And that one misses.
Well, look, he's a double-double machine. DeAndre Ayton gives this team something every team needs. Size.
Here's Krejci. And we've seen teams make surprising playoff runs only to falter the next year. Team trajectories not always a straight line, clearly.
No, absolutely, Kevin. I think in most cases it's not a straight line. Because, look, the other teams are all trying to win, too. That's what makes things different. So you might be slightly off the next year and someone else makes a big jump, and then it looks like your decline is a lot bigger than it is. Every year is a new year.
And Hayes throws it down.
And you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Out to the wing. Here's Newell. The Lakers with the rebound. Hayes has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And that one's good. Hachimura. Hachimura's got 4 points this quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And the Hawks have a completely new group on the floor. DeAndre Ayton's checked in for the Lakers. Smart comes in for James. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Okongwu with a screen on Smart. Kennard finds Okongwu. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up. They'll put Onyeka Okongwu on the line. That one on Ayton.
At the line for Atlanta, Onyeka Okongwu. One shot.
And that one falls for Okongwu. And teams take more threes now than ever before. More than double the average attempts we saw in the 90s.
Well, I think what's happened, Kevin, is we just have more guys who can shoot the ball. So in the 90s, you might have had 2 guys who shot the ball well from 3 and made it a good shot. Now, on a lot of teams, virtually everyone on the roster can shoot the 3. If we have more guys on the floor who can space out and shoot the 3, we're going to have a lot more attempts and a lot more efficiency on those attempts.
And there's the call on Rizachet. That will be foul number 5 on him. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Hachimura the pass to Laravia.
Excellent anticipation there to come away with the steal.
To the paint. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Okongwu. 18 points for Porzingis.
Well, he's called the unicorn for a reason. Porzingis doing unicorn-type things tonight.
Knocked loose. Smart dishes to Doncic. Smart passes to Doncic. Misses in close.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Guarded by Doncic. Here's Porzingis. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one. The Lakers have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. Pass to Smart. A good look from Doncic. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 5th assist in this one. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Now, Reza Shea shoots over LaRavia. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Smart passes to Hachimura. Doncic outside. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter. The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
Pass to Reza Shea. The Hawks again can't hit. Lakers have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Wing shot on the way. Outside for Smart. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Timeout called the Lakers. On the inbound, off the inbound, and Ayton with the layup. Ayton's got 10 points in just the second half.
Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Pass to Kennard. Lakers with the rebound. LaRavia's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Here's Wallace. Drops in the breakaway layup. Wallace has got his first 2 points of the night.
No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Well, the best way to attack is in transition. He recognizes that.
Los Angeles has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Pass to LaRavia. Over to the left wing. Ayton. And the shot falls short. This Lakers have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the 4th. That's about 43%. Here's Wallace. And Wallace slams it in.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the bucket by the Hawks. And in 2023, the NBA implementing a new player participation policy, Coach, trying to minimize unexcused absences for star players.
Kevin, I think it's huge for our game. Fans pay and watch TV to see the great players. And there's nothing more important in the league than that those guys being on the court on a consistent basis. And anything that the league can do and teams can do to ensure that, the better it is for everyone.
Now here's Wallace. To the inside. And there's Okongwu. That's good on the assist by Wallace.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Assistant, Keaton
And Los Angeles guys shooting here in the fourth quarter around 41%. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Lakers making a change here. Vanderbilt's checked in. Atlanta calls timeout.
Atlanta, timeout. All right, fans, look who it is. Let me hear you make some noise for your ATL. Yes, sir.
Ayton kicks to Vanderbilt. Lakers passing it around. Pass to connect. A putback. Rebound Atlanta. To the paint. Here's Okongwu. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far. Shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Now here's James. Now here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, this is what they want from Ayton. Play big.
And here is Wallace. Pass to Kennard. Here's Newell. To the wing right side. And there's the drive. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, I like how Okongwu put his head down there. Went right through the lane.
Here's James. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Will stand one expression you hear: foul baiting. Players using sneaky tricks to draw a foul.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I'm not a huge fan of that, of guys developing that as a skill. But I will say this. It only works against undisciplined defense. If defense has the discipline to stay solid and fundamental, then you're not going to get baited into those things, and a lot of times those foul baiters end up taking bad shots.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Over to the wing. Here's Vanderbilt. Newell pulls it in. Newell's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Stolen by Smart.
Well, Smart is known as a very physical player. You almost think he welcomes getting hit while shooting.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Marcus Smart at the line for 2.
And that one falls for Smart. Jalen Johnson's checked in for Atlanta. Alexander Walker comes in for Luke Kennard. And so Smart nails both of them.
Well, Smart is a relentless competitor whose impact always goes beyond the box score. The league could always use more players like him.
James with it. Okongwu covering. James against Okongwu. Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Ayton. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Well, not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
Here's Krejci. Okongwu a screen. Krejci passes to Johnson. Over Smart. 5 to shoot. Johnson can't get it to go. And Los Angeles guys shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. And Knecht gets it to go.
Wow, young guys like Knecht have gotten so confident, even from really deep range.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Atlanta.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
Here's Krejci. Pass to Alexander Walker. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Atlanta's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. James defending. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Here's Vanderbilt. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Oh, nice pass there by James. His teammates really will appreciate his ability to facilitate.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And he uses the glass on the layup. 15 seconds left in the game. So it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. Now it's time to present our player of the game.